Hello everyone, how's it going today? I just wanted to walk you through my make setup right now that uses AI to essentially search the web, pull back the latest information in whatever field it is that you're in, and then post that to Twitter for you. So it's super powerful. From all the research that I've done, I haven't seen anyone else doing this right now. So it's super new. You're getting it on the ground level for something that's really groundbreaking in my opinion. And so today I wanted to run you through the basic setup on how you can get this set up yourself so you can start posting to Twitter on a daily basis, fully automated without any interaction whatsoever on your behalf. So the basic idea here is you're going to have a list of content ideas. Those content ideas are going to be stored in a Google Sheets. It's going to search that Google Sheets, find the latest posts or content idea that you want to talk about, and run that request to Perplexity. So if you don't know what Perplexity is, Perplexity searches essentially Google, but it'll search like every single web page on Google for that specific search term and additional search terms, and then return one cohesive answer. So it does research for you on your behalf based on the keywords, returns the most relevant information, and then outputs that into a response for you. So we're using Perplexity's API to be able to search the web and pull back the latest and greatest information. That information is then passed through ChatGPT, OpenAI, and it's going to format that into a Twitter post for you and then post that directly to Twitter. So extremely powerful. Haven't seen anyone doing this. And yeah, let's just dive in and let's go through how we can set this up. So we have Google Sheets. So we need to make a connection. So in order to do that, it is a little bit tricky. You're going to click on add, and then it's going to ask you to sign in with Google. And there are a few additional steps that have to take place in order for it to work properly. So I'm going to run you through those steps. I'll also share this with you, but if you look up connecting to Google services using custom OAuth client in Make, they give you a really simple way on how to do this. They even got a video for Google Drive, and that's what we want to connect to right now. They also have one for Gmail. The method is the same. So what you're going to do is log into the Google Cloud Console, right? And then once you're in the Google Cloud Console, you're going to click up here. You're going to go new project. So let's say let's make Twitter test, and then you're just going to hit create. It's going to create the project for you. And once it's done, you're going to hit select project, and you'll know you're on the right project because it'll change up here. So once you're in there, you're going to click on APIs and services. All right, so now we're in APIs and services, and then you should see library. Now we can search for the API we need. So because we're connecting to Google Drive and Google Sheets, we're going to get the Google Drive API. So here it is. Go ahead and enable this. All right, so now it's been enabled. So now we're going to have to figure out or configure the consent screen. So we're going to click on OAuth consent screen. We're going to click on external and hit create. So now we're going to have to come up with an app name as well as the user support email. So use your own email. The app name, we're going to say, it doesn't really matter, to be honest with you. So we'll just call it make Twitter post. So now under authorized domains, we're going to hit add domain, and we need to add integromat.com, and we need to add make.com. So now that both of those are added, you're going to add the developer contact information, which will be your email again. Hit save and continue. All right. So now that that's created, we need to add certain scopes so that it has the right ability to read, write, and do all of the things that we want it to do. So you're going to click on add or remove scopes, and then type in auth/drive. Check the box. Now that that's added, we're going to go auth/drive E. So this is going to give you the read permissions. We're going to add that as well. And once that's done, we're going to come down here and hit update. And if you want to double check, you can just search auth/drive, and you'll see that both of them have now successfully been added. You can also see them down here under your restricted scopes. So now we're going to hit save and continue. You're going to add test users. So once again, you would add your email. And then once you've hit save and continue, it'll give you a summary, and we're done. So now we're going to go back to the dashboard. Now we're going to click on credentials. We're going to create credentials, OAuth client ID. So application type is going to be a web application. Once again, name it whatever you want. And then you're going to want to come down here to the authorized redirect portion. You're going to input the following: integromat.com/oauth/cb/Google. And then you could also do the same with make. Going ahead, click create. Now that it's been created, you're going to end up with a client ID and a client secret. So don't share these with people. You're going to want to keep them private, but this is the information that you need. So now that you have this created, you can move forward to the next step of actually connecting it in Make. So you're going to head over to Make. You're going to add the new Google Sheets. You're going to look for search rows right down here. Let's hit connect just so I can demonstrate this. I'm going to hit add. We're going to go sign in with Google. And then from there, you would want to input your client ID and your client secret. Because I've already done it, it already connects for me now, but you'd want to input your client ID and client secret. If you click advanced settings, it'll pop up, and then you should be able to have the authentication to successfully connect to your Google Sheets. So now that that's done, you're going to want to set up and link to your exact spreadsheet, right? So my spreadsheet was called Content Ideas. The sheet name is Sheet 1. So here I have Content Ideas. You could see Sheet 1. The table does contain headers, and then the range of the columns that I'm looking in is from A to Z because I only have 4 rows. And then we're going to set a filter where the text operator is equal to not posted, and that's going to be filtered based on the status. So essentially what's happening here is I have 4 rows, right? I have ID, I have idea category. So what is the category that this idea is pertaining to? So let's say we look at the most recent one that I haven't posted, AI in sports. It's ID 64. The idea is AI in sports, enhancing performance and fan experiences, with the current status set to not posted. Now it's going to sort in an ascending order, so from top to bottom, and it's going to order by the ID number. And then the field type is a number, right? Because that's what the ID is. And it's going to return 1 row. So essentially what's happening is it's going to go from top to bottom. It's going to look at every single row where there is a column of not posted status, right? And then it's going to grab that idea. So once it grabs that idea, it is going to update the row. So now we want to update that row and change it to the posted status so that the next time that it runs, it's not going to grab that posted. So you can see here, instead of it being search rows, it's now update a row, and we're organizing by the row number, which is just pulled from here, right? So the last time it ran, it was row number 61. So it's just going row by row like that. The table does contain headers as well. And then the status that you want to update is going to change to posted. And that's all we have going on there. So next portion is to set up the API call to Perplexity. So this is what's going to be doing the search based on the idea in your Google Sheets. So this is the URL that we're requesting to, with the method being post. These are the 2 headers. So accept application JSON, and then authorization bearer and your API key. And then the final one being content type application. So we're going to need to generate an API key for this to work. So if you come on over into Perplexity, you head over to your settings, and then right here, I'm not going to click on it because it will show my API key, but you click on API, and then you can create your own API key. And then once you have that, it's to come back into the HTTP request and plug it into this portion right here. Now, this is the body that you want to set up. So you're going to go raw, JSON, and then this is the request content. And you see here the content that we're going to be posting is that idea that comes from the Google Sheets in the search rows. So you can see here the last one was AI and the future of work, reskilling the workforce of the future, I believe is what it was. So that's what it's pulling in. Now, you can also come to the Perplexity documentation to get more information, but essentially this is what we've created, right? So you have your model, which can be changed here. There's multiple different models. You can read up more on the supported models in their documentation as well. And then once you have that, it's to set it up similarly directly in here. So right now I just have it set to the basic. We're asking it to be precise, concise, and then to come up with what it finds based on ideas. So now that that's set up, it's going to generate an output, and we want to pass that output over to OpenAI, where it's going to create a completion. So same thing here, you're going to go ahead and create an API key on OpenAI. So that's real simple to do. Head on over to openai.com, log in. Once you're logged in, you're going to click API, head on over to API keys. And then from there, you're going to create a new secret key, which is going to generate your API keys once again. So you're going to take those API keys, come back to OpenAI and create your connection here, plugging in your API keys, and then you'll have access. So right now we have it on create a chat completion. My model is set to GPT-4, and then the role you want it to be user, and then this is the message content. So we're saying, given the information, data choices, message content, right? So this is coming from data choices, message content. So the content that was output from the Perplexity API request is now here. So we're saying, given this information, and I've tried a whole bunch of different prompts, and believe me, this is the one that has worked best so far, is condense it into an informative or entertaining Twitter post. Keep the tone casual and friendly. It must be under 280 characters. That's because of Twitter's length they have. So this includes spaces and punctuations. I want to avoid using the @ symbol because the @ symbol is not accepted by the API key. So we can't actually tag people, and this will cause it to fail. And then exclude hashtags if we do go over the 280 character limit. So once that's done, once that's set up, you're going to get an output here. And then the last step is to post it to Twitter. So the Twitter connection, it's going to be the same process that we've done for all the other ones. The message content is going to be from, if you come in here, message content. So that's what's going to be posted. And then to make your connection to Twitter, you're going to want to go to the developer.twitter.com, create a developer account. Once you have your developer account, you can go ahead and create your first application, and you're going to have keys and tokens that are going to be generated. So this is what I would recommend going to check out if you want more information. The managed tweets of the API v2. So we're going to go ahead and click sign up for a developer account. Come in here. It's going to give you a default, like I've already set mine up, but you'd have to go through the process and set that up. And then it's going to create a project app. And then if you click on keys and tokens, it will show you the keys and tokens available. Right, so you're going to have your API key and secret. You're going to have the bearer token, and you're going to have the access token and secret. You're going to come in here. You're going to click add. You're going to make the connection. And then like we've done with all the other ones so far, you're just going to plug in your API credentials. And then you're fully set up. And when you hit run, or I have it set to once every 12 hours, it's going to run through this. It's going to take that next idea, and it's going to post it directly to Twitter. So here's what the live version looks like on my end. I'll run it once just to show you guys the output prompt that it does create. So I just went ahead and hit run, and this is what happened. So you can see the outputs here. So here's the idea, AI in sports. Went ahead, updated that row, then passed that through to Perplexity. This was the output that it generated. AI in sports refers to the application of artificial intelligence. This can include That was then passed to OpenAI, which generated that into the tweet output. AI is transforming sports. It's helping athletes level up. And then it is successfully posted to my Twitter. And there is the tweet. And if we click on my Twitter, you can see that it was successfully posted here. Super cool, super powerful. And lastly, I would like to say that this took me a lot of time to figure out. So if you did get some value out of this, just drop a subscribe. It would mean the world to me. And it'll continue to allow me to make more quality posts like this so that you can leverage AI to bring more time and location freedom into your life. My name's Kevin Hogan. Thanks for riding with me, and I'll catch you on the next one.